All right, I'm continuing with chapter 15 of The Impersonal Life by Joseph Benner. Chapter 15 is called Masters, and this one's long. This is 4 pages long, which is pretty darn long. Let's see how long it takes for me to read through 4 pages of this. We'll see. You who are still holding to the idea taught in various teachings that I will provide a master or divine teacher for each aspirant towards union with me, hear my words. It is true I have permitted you in the past to delve into all kinds of mystical and occult books and teachings, encouraging your secret desire to acquire the powers necessary to attain this union extolled in such teachings, even to the extent of quickening in you some slight consciousness of the possession of such powers. I have even permitted the belief that by practicing certain exercises, breathing in a certain way, and saying certain mantras, you might attract to you a master from the unseen who would become your teacher and help you to prepare for certain initiations that would admit you into an advanced degree in some secret order in the inner planes of existence where much of my divine wisdom would be open to you. All right, had to step away for a second. I have not only permitted these things, but if you can see it, it was I who led you to these books, inspired in you such desire, and caused such beliefs to find lodgment in your mind, but not for the purpose you imagine. Yes, I have brought you through all these teachings, desires, and beliefs, trying to point out to your human mind the forces I use to bring into expression my divine idea. I have portrayed these forces as heavenly hierarchies, and that your human intellect might the better comprehend. I pictured them as angels or divine beings, impersonal agents or executors of my will, engaged in the process of bringing into expression my idea that was in the beginning. But you did not understand. Right, but it was your intention that we didn't understand, right? If I'm following this guy correctly. Your human intellect, enamored of the possibility of meeting and communing with one of these beings, as claimed in some of the teachings, proceeded at once to personalize them and began to long for their appearance in your life, imagining that they are interested in your human affairs, and that by living in accordance with certain rules set down in certain teachings, you could propitiate them so they would help you to gain nirvana or immortality. Now I have purposely permitted you to indulge yourself with such delusions, letting you long and pray and strive earnestly to obey all the instructions given, even leading you on, sometimes by giving you glimpses in self-induced visions and dreams of ideal beings, which I permitted you to believe were such masters. I may even have caused to open in you certain faculties, just checking my camera here, certain faculties which make it possible for you to sense the presence of personalities that have passed into the spirit side of life and who have been attracted by your desires and seek to fulfill the part of master and guide to you. Now the time has come for you to know that such beings are not masters, also that divine beings do not call themselves masters, that I, and I alone, your own real self, am the only master for you now, and until you are able to know me also in your brother. That any being, either in human or spirit form, that presents himself to your consciousness and claims to be a master, or who permits you to call him master, is nothing more nor less than a personality, the same as yours, and therefore is not divine, as your human mind understands that term, despite the many wonderful truths he may utter and the marvelous things he may do. Just so long as your human mind seeks or worships the idea of a master in any other being, no matter how lofty or sacred he may seem to you, just so long will you be fed with such ideas, until, verily, I may perhaps permit you to meet and commune with such a master. If that privilege is vouchsafed, Vouchsafed, is vouchsafed you, it will be only in order to hasten, and no clue what that word is, to hasten your awakening and your consequent disillusionment. when you will learn that master is indeed but a personality, even though far more advanced in awakening than you, but still a personality and not the divine one your innermost soul is yearning for you to know. Right, so the one to know is you, who is our real self. Right? That's it. I don't think there's any more to this book, but we'll see. Maybe there's something. He said he's leading us somewhere. For I feed you with every idea that will operate to teach you the reality back of the seeming. And if I lead you on to apparent deception and loss of faith in all human teachings and in all human and even divine perfection, it is only to enable you the more clearly to distinguish between the substance and the shadow, and to prepare you for that far higher ideal I am waiting to picture to you. You can rise in your human personality only to the ideal your human mind is capable of conceiving. Right, but you choose who figures it out and who doesn't, because we don't even think. You're the one controlling all of it. So the ones who don't figure this out is because you chose for them not to, and the ones who do figure this out is because you chose for them to figure it out. Do I have that right? I'm just trying to make sure, because I know I'm sounding flippant here, but I am getting a little annoyed. But I'm also just making sure I've got this right. So if I am wrong, please correct me, anybody who understands this. I want to make sure I'm understanding this right. So if I'm wrong, just let me know. Through desire, I cause my will to manifest in you, and through desire, I perform many wondrous works. If you doubt this, you need only to apply the key. To think of a master is to create one. This idea of a master, by your thinking, becomes what you desire and imagine a master to be. In other words, by your thinking, you build around this idea all the qualities you imagine a master possesses. Your human mind, through desire, through aspiration, through worship, must needs create these qualities in some imaginary being who is still a personality. For you cannot as yet conceive of an impersonal being. All right, so you are an impersonal being, and you are our true self. And you are revealing this truth to us, but only some of us, I think. Therefore, according to the intensity of your desire and thinking, must this idea sooner or later come into actual manifestation, either by attracting to you such a personality in the flesh, or one entitized in the realm of visions and dreams. As your human mind is constituted, it at certain times thinks it needs a master, one to whom it can turn with its human trials and problems for explanation and advice. Thinking life's problems can be settled that way. If I draw to you one who fails you or deceives you and throws you back finally upon me, your own self, discouraged, disillusioned, and humiliated, it is only that perhaps then you will be ready to turn to me within, and will listen to my voice, which all these years has been speaking to you, but to which your proud and egoistic mind has not deigned to listen. Right, but only because you will it to be so. Correct? Just checking. I'm being serious here. I'm not trying to be flippant. I know I am being a little, because I am annoyed by this thing, but still. You who have not yet had this experience, who have not yet met the master of your aspirations, either in human or spirit form, you within whom my words have failed to awaken a quickening response to their truth, for you I have in store certain experiences which will surely lead you to me later on. Well, I would hope so. And then you will be brought to know that I am the master, the inspiring idea back of and within every thought of and every aspiration toward a master that enters your mind, whether coming from within or without. It is taught, when the pupil is ready, the master appears. And this is true, in a sense, but not as you have interpreted it. Your secret desire for a master will bring him to you, but only when I have prepared you for such appearance. But such appearance will only be an appearance of a master. The true master or teacher, when he appears, you may never recognize, for he may be hidden in an interesting friend, a business associate, your next door neighbor, or in your own wife or husband or child. You who have risen above desire. Okay, so we're all going to practice Buddhism now. You who no longer seek a master or a teacher, or even me, but are abiding alone in the, but by the way, the Buddhist desire is not to desire. which I think they recognize that. I'm pretty sure they do. You who have risen above desire, who no longer seek a master or teacher or even me, but are abiding alone in the faith of my eternal presence and promise. For you I have in store a meeting and a communion, which will bring to your soul such joy and blessings as your human mind is incapable of conceiving. Sounds great. Now, this is a mystery, and until you can comprehend it, you are justified in claiming the above as not consistent with certain statements herein and as contradicting teachings in my other revelations. Okay. Fear not, this mystery will be revealed unto you if you truly wish to know my meaning. Until then, why, in your seeking, be satisfied with anything short of the highest? Why seek in human or spirit teacher, guide, master, or angel for the necessarily limited manifestation of my perfection when you can come directly to me, God within you, the omniscient, omnipotent, omnipresent, the inspiring idea back of and within all manifestations? As I am in you, even as I am in any you seek, and as all the wisdom, all the power, and all the love they possess come only from me, why not now come to me and let me prepare you also so I can express my all through you? But we can only come to you if you allow it, and so will it. So why are you asking that? I'm so confused. You are a human personality, yet you are divine and therefore perfect. The first of these truths you believe, the latter you do not believe. Right. Yet both are true. That is the mystery. You are just what you think you are. I don't think if I think I'm a cow that I'll become a cow. Just saying. But I mean, I understand it to a point. One or the other, which are you? Or both? You are one with me. I am in you, in your human personality, in your body, mind, and intellect. I am in every cell of your body, in every attribute of your mind, in every faculty of your intellect. I am the soul, the active principle of each. You are in me. You are a cell of my body. You are an attribute of my mind. You are a faculty of my intellect. You are a part of me, yet you are I, myself. We are one and always have been. This idea of a master I brought to your mind's attention was only to lead you to and prepare you for this idea of me, your impersonal self, as an angel of light, a radiation of my being, your own divine Lord and master within. Yes, I, your divine self, am the master your soul has caused you to seek. And when you do find me and know I am yourself, then will you in your human consciousness gladly become my disciple, will lovingly wait upon me, and will be concerned only that you faithfully serve me. Right, but only if you choose that to happen for us, because you are in total control and we are not. So you said earlier, I'm still going to hold you to that. Both within, how dare I, both within yourself and within your fellow men. And then will you understand why only one is your master, even Christ. Oh, okay, so we are going to go with Christ. All right. For I, as the Christ, dwell in all men and am their one and only self. Through all men, I am ever calling to you and trying to reach and impress your human consciousness. As I am continually teaching you, not only through all men, but through every avenue needed at the time, I have many ways of reaching your consciousness and utilize all to bring you to a realization of my meaning. Then how do you explain an increasing number of atheists in the world? Just wondering. I speak with many voices, with the voice of all human emotions, passions, and desires. I speak with nature's voice, with the voice of experience, even with the voice of human knowledge. Yes, these are all my voice, which I use impersonally to express to you the one fact, that I am in all and that I am all. What this voice says in its 1,000 ways is that you, too, are a part of this all, and that I am in you, waiting for your recognition of me and your conscious cooperation in the expression of me, of impersonal perfection on earth, even as it is expressing in heaven. But you said we can't do anything without your willingness and allowing us to do it, that we do nothing, and we don't even think. So what are you waiting for? And why are you waiting for it when we can't do it? Unless you allow it, unless you permit it. I'm so confused by this, because that makes no sense, because we have no free will if what this guy's saying is true. And then Sam Harris is right, that we don't have free will. Then what's the point of any of this? I'm just doing what I'm programmed to do. See, I was programmed to go like this. I couldn't control it. No, I can control it. It's just, no, you just think you can control it. This is what they think. This is what they think about free will. You think you're controlling this, that I'm choosing to do. I'm not choosing to do this according to them. It's all been pre-programmed that I would do this. Every single thing we do all the time, constantly. It's insanity. All right, let me find out where I was, because now I lost my place. So the last thing he said was, and your conscious cooperation in the expression of me, idea of impersonal perfection on earth, even as it is expressing in heaven. When this recognition comes, and then only, are you ready to meet and know a real master? Then and then only will you realize why I, your impersonal self, can be and am the only possible master of your human personality. Then also will you understand why in your personal separate consciousness you could never recognize or know a real master should you meet him in a physical body, that not until you are able to enter into your Christ consciousness, my consciousness within you and within him, he would not exist to you other than perhaps as a kind of helpful friend or teacher. When you have attained to that consciousness, then only, but we'll only attain it when you decide for us to attain it. I'm just going to keep doing that. Then only will you be worthy and qualified to know and commune with your fellows in the great brotherhood of the Spirit, those who have mastered self and who live only to help. Great. Sign me up. How do I get in on this? Who live only to help their younger brothers, also to find the divine one within. If a being should come into your life who seemed to you divine and who let you think or call him a master, he is not yet wholly impersonal. Such a one might be a master man, but he would not be the divine one your soul yearns to serve. Perhaps you would be satisfied to have such a one for a master, even if he were not wholly impersonal. If so, how long has this gone on? Oh, not too bad. If so, then I would hereafter bring you to a realization of his impersonal perfections by a constant comparison with my impersonal perfection, until you would finally turn and come to me in complete abandon, acknowledging me and my impersonality as the only model and ideal, and as the true cause which inspired your long search for my perfection, that could be found only within, hidden deep within your own soul. Since the earliest days of expression on earth, I have prepared my priests and my prophets and my messiahs to vision forth to the world my idea messiah, not my ideal, my idea messiah, or through a little child, or through your worst enemy. All words that appeal vitally to you are the words the I am of you speaks through the organism of such medium to your soul consciousness. Should a number be gathered together to hear my word spoken through one of my priests, it is not the priest of himself, but I, in the heart of each hearer, who draw from the priest the vital words that sink deep into the consciousness of each. The priest knows not what he says, that so affects you, and may not even comprehend my meaning of the words he speaks to you. We finally get to page 4. I within him do draw from the combined devotion to and belief in me, consciously and unconsciously expressed by all those gathered around him, the spiritual force which serves as a channel or a connecting line through or over which I reach the consciousness of those minds I have prepared to comprehend my meaning. For although I speak the same words to all, yet these words contain a distinct and separate message for each, and no one knows any but the message I speak to him. For I within you choose from the words the meaning I intend for you, and I within your brother and your sister likewise choose the meaning I intend for each of them. When 2 or 3 are gathered together in my name, there will I always be. For the idea which draws them together, I within each inspire, for it is my idea. From the union of their aspirations towards me, do I create a medium or channel through which I enable the soul consciousness to gain such glimpses of me as each is capable of comprehending. Every priest, every teacher, every medium, I cause instinctively to know this, for they are my chosen ministers, and I likewise cause to awaken in them a desire to surround themselves with followers, that I may quicken in the hearts of those who are ready a consciousness of my presence within. The priest, the teacher, or the medium themselves may never have recognized me within, and may be deeming me as entitized or personalized in some master or guide, or savior without themselves. But nevertheless, there are those whom I lead to these, my ministers, in whom, through certain words, I cause my ministers to speak, together with the spiritual force furnished by the various aspirants. I am enabled to awaken their soul consciousness to a real comprehension of me, the impersonal one, seated within, in the very midst of all, in the heart of each. For the I am of my minister and the I am of each follower are one in consciousness, one in understanding, one in love, and one in purpose, which purpose is the fulfillment of my will. This I am, which is wholly impersonal and knows neither time, space, nor different identities, merely utilizes the personalities of both minister and followers and the circumstance of personal contact as a means of giving voice to my idea, ever struggling within for outer expression. Those ministers who take the confidence and trust of my followers and use it to further their own private purposes, I cause to awaken to a recognition of my will and my idea, all in proper season. This awakening, however, is not pleasant to their personalities and almost always causes much suffering and humiliation. But their souls rejoice and sing grateful praises to me when I bring it to pass. Therefore, wonder not at the sometimes wonderful words of truth that come from mouths apparently unfit to speak them and comprehending not their meaning, nor at the fact that simple followers oftentimes awaken faster than and grow beyond their teachers. I who dwell within both teacher and follower choose different conditions and provide different ways for the expression of my attributes in each different soul, fitting each into just a time and place where they can complement and help each other the best, thus uniting all into the most harmonious expression of my idea possible under the circumstances. Chapter 16 is called The Christ and Love. It is 3 pages. Chapter 17 is called, if I can get to it, the book won't let me. He's tried to keep it from me. He doesn't want me to know. Yet I broke through. Chapter 17 is called Finding Me. 1, 2, 3, 4.5 pages. Chapter 18, Union. 2.5 pages, and then we're done. This book is driving me crazy. I have to finish it because I have to see where it's going. Am I wrong in my criticism? Am I wrong? Tell me, please. No one's commenting. Almost nobody's listening to this. There is no interest, unfortunately. Every time he says my idea, I keep thinking of the Monty Python sketch, I Have a Theory. I don't know if that's the title of the sketch, but John Cleese has this theory, and he wants to share it, and it's his theory. And it goes on and on how he never actually gets to the theory until finally at the end, and this is the stupid theory. It's just like, oh, okay. So if you've never seen it, Monty Python, I Have a Theory. I think that's the title of the sketch. I could be wrong. But if you want something else, just do any John Cleese sketch, the argument sketch, the Ministry of Silly Walks. If you want a really fun time, watch some Monty Python on YouTube. Monty Python sketches. The Lumberjack song, the Dead Parrot sketch. I could go on and on. This all makes sense if we have free will and if he's not controlling everything we do. If he's controlling everything we do, then this is all silly. Now, when you come to this understanding, that will only be because I have allowed you to come to this understanding. Now, until you do, you will not understand and you will continue to rebel, but that's okay because I'm controlling all of that. Then what does it matter? You've been very obedient. You have come to a knowledge of the truth. You have done well. But wait, whoa. You can't. You're going to dish out reward and punishment now for those who did as you controlled them? As you led them to do? We're going to do well done or no, you didn't do well? This is what I said to these people who don't believe we have free will. Then I said, then Hitler didn't do anything wrong. He's just a robot. And they said, right, we're all robots. They believe this. And I think most of them are atheists. I don't know. It just kills me that people think we don't have free will. And this one guy said, all you have to do is read Sam Harris's book and he'll prove to you that we don't have free will. And I said, tell me the name of his book. I'll read it. He never got back to me. He probably didn't see my reply. Because YouTube doesn't tag you when you reply to somebody until it's the second reply. YouTube is such a terrible, God, they're such a terrible company. The advertising on my video, I'm trying to watch my video of me reading Magic Kingdom for Sale Sold, and it's just a freaking ad every 5 minutes. I want to turn off these ads, but I don't know if I even can. I don't even know. YouTube is so terrible and such an awful company. It's just, everything's just getting worse. And I don't know what to do anymore. I've become so disillusioned with life. I've been fighting boredom for the past week. And yet people still slowly are subscribing to my channel, just more over 1,200 subscribers, and I have no idea why that is. But this is, I don't even know what to say about this book anymore. Because he just rambles on every single chapter, basically saying the exact same thing every single chapter, just a different subject. Master this time. Now we're going to talk about masters. Okay. Where's this going? How can this possibly end? What is this, my idea? He just said what his idea is, that he is the only true reality and he is within us. He is our true self. Everything else is just nothing. Okay, then why not make that abundantly clear to everyone? Oh, no, we don't want to do that. It's like the born-again Christian God who loves everyone and is trying to save everyone, but they chose to go to hell. God, I tried to save him. Just couldn't. He didn't believe and he breathed his last breath and he went to hell. It's too late. I can't do nothing now. The all-knowing, all-powerful God. Nothing I can do. It's too late. I can't save him now. I tried. They think that makes sense. They don't see that is stupid, that their God is a moron. They don't see that their God is the God of the Old Testament, if you take it literally, I have to qualify this, is a schizophrenic psychopath. There's nothing wrong with believing in the God of the Bible if you don't take it literally. Because if you take it literally, what are you doing? Hang them in the sun that my anger might be appeased, lest I come down and smite all of you. That's a loving God. It doesn't make any sense. And this isn't making any sense either. Because he's already said what his idea is. He's said it like 30 times in this book. So why is he still talking? Okay, that's your idea. That's who you are. And you're going to reveal it when you choose to reveal it. And some will not get it and some will. Okay, thanks. Nothing I can do. Nothing I can do. He'll choose if I'm going to get it or not. If I'm going to get it and become the spiritually enlightened master, then that's only because he's enabling me to do it. It has nothing to do with me. I don't even think, according to him. We don't even think. We think, but we don't think. It doesn't make any sense. This guy's running around saying, oh yeah, I'm going to do all these things because I have this idea. And I've chosen to share it with you in this book. But most of you won't understand it, except the ones that I decide will understand it. I'll let you guys, certain people, understand it. I don't know what to tell you guys. I think this book is crazy, but I can't wait to see how it ends. I cannot wait to see how this ends. I've gone on way too long. We'll be back soon, hopefully. I don't know. I've been really, really struggling to make videos. Just haven't felt like making videos at all lately because I'm bored with YouTube. I'm sick of YouTube and I'm bored out of my mind with life because I see the utter futility of this and I don't even know why I'm here anymore. But I've been saying that for decades now, so that's nothing new. See y'all later.